What's up, everybody? That's right, this full roster showcase has just been taken to the extreme. Man, did I love ECW back in the day. Such a huge fan of Extreme Championship Wrestling. But this game was not good. Not good at all. But I didn't mind it back then because I was playing like Attitude, I was playing Warzone, and this game came out and it was pretty much the same. So I had it, I loved it, and we're going to go over what was in the game. We're going to go over the full roster here in a minute. But this game, Exhibition, Career Mode, Tournament, Pay-Per-View, Create a Wrestler, Utilities. Let's go into Exhibition here. What we got? We got Tag Team, we got Co-op Tag Team, Tornado, Co-op Tornado, 1-on-2, 2-on-1, 1-on-3, 3-on-1, Lumberjack, 3-way dance, Battle Royal, Versus with a thing, Tag Team with a thing, Co-op Tag Team with a thing, 8-man tag with a thing, Co-op, and that was the last one. That was the last one. Elimination style. Oh, okay. Oh, the thing means elimination style. That's cool. I'm gonna just replay some of this. So we're just gonna go into versus here, and we're gonna go through the roster. Let's see. We got Angel. He was part of DeBaldi's. Was that a group or a guy? It was part of the DeBaldi's. Feud with New Jack there for a while in ECW. Man, these controls are touchy. Look at this. There we go. We got Mike Awesome, the fat chick Thriller from WCW, but man, this guy was a killer in ECW. ECW champion, beat Masato Tanaka for the ECW title in that three-way match that also had Taz, and Taz got eliminated like 20 seconds in. What a match. Sadly, he passed away, but Mike Awesome was so fun to watch in ECW. Every time, really? I need a new controller. Axel Rotten. Axel Rotten and Balls Mahoney, the crazy chair swinging freaks. Next, Balls Mahoney. Had a little run there in WWE. Balls Mahoney would swing a chair like nobody else. We got Big Sal. Big Sal Graciano? Was that how they said his last name? I believe. That dude was huge. Huge. Big Sal. C.W. Anderson had one hell of a spine buster. His gimmick, I don't know if they were related in real life, but his gimmick was based on Arn Anderson of the Four Horsemen, but he was really fun to watch too. One hell of a spine buster. We got Chris Chetty. I believe he was a graduate of the House of Hardcore, whatever ECW called their training school. I think he's Taz's cousin in real life, maybe? But Chris Chetty. Steve Carino, the king of old school Steve Carino. Now a trainer at the WWE Performance Center. Former ECW champion as well. Used to come out with Jack Victory. The king of old school. I believe he's Canadian too. Good old Canadian boy, I think. He's not just the coolest. He's not just the best. That, my friends, is Justin Credible. Justin Credible, PJ Walker. Justin Credible, always former ECW champion. I loved everybody in ECW. I'm going to say I always wanted to watch probably for most of these guys, but I loved watching him as one half of the Impact players with Lance Storm. That's Justin Credible. I figured out how the down button works. You just don't touch it as hard. Danny Doring used to have a great tag team with Roadkill. What was the finishing move called? The Buggy Bag or something like that? Or one of their moves was called that? Danny Doring. I watched a shoot with him one time. He talked about Kurt Angle broke his nose in one of his tryout matches or something with WWE. Good times. Danny Doring. We got Dawn Marie. She had a fairly little successful run there in WWE as well. I think she had a bad falling out with the company. She got pregnant and they let her go, something along those lines. Or that's what she says anyway. But in ECW, man, she was amazing. Loved Dawn Marie in ECW. She was great. This guy, next guy, I got the opportunity to do a show with last year, year before, I don't remember, a couple years ago. He was one of the guys on my list that I wanted to meet really a lot. Really wanted to I tried to get people to bring him in a few times over the years, and finally it happened a couple years ago, and he sat with me the whole night. We talked wrestling, talked to ECW. Such a good dude. I wish he was here all of the time, man. Dreamer is the man. The king of ECW, one of the best minds of the business, runs House of Hardcore right now, his own promotion. It's amazing, man. Tommy Dreamer is the man. ECFW, Tommy effing Dreamer. The Queen of Extreme, Francine. She still does stuff every now and again. I saw some pictures pop up of her on the weekend, actually. It's been like a convention or something she was at. Man, her and Dawn Marie would get into it all the time. The Queen of Extreme, Francine, was amazing back in the day. Man, I love ECW. Little Guido Maritano, was that his name? Nunzio, WWE. Such a talented dude. Was he a trainer for a while or something? Maybe not, I don't remember. But he was so fun to watch. Him and the FBI, the full-blooded Italians, man, those guys are great. Jack Victory used to come out in the wheelchair with Steve Corino. He did this a lot. High spot. Yeah, him and Steve Corino work really well together. Jason, I don't remember much about this guy, but Joey Styles used to always talk about how he was itchy, and Jason was around. Jazz actually came to where I'm from there a long time ago now, maybe 10 years. Cool chick. Tough, one of the toughest girls in wrestling, especially at that time of the Attitude Era, where they were doing a lot of stuff with the guys. Jazz was incredible. Jerry effing Lynn. Jerry Lynn. He had some amazing matches with Rob Van Dam over the years. Never really did that much in WWE after ECW closed, but he still does the indies now. I think he was a ref at the All In pay-per-view there a month ago. But man, those series of matches he had with Van Dam over the years were incredible. Some of the greatest matches ever. New Jack, that guy's insane. That guy would jump off stuff, hit you with everything. Not much of a pro wrestler per se, but man, what an entertainer New Jack was. And he'd kill you. He stabbed a guy in the face with a fork. Like, real deal. There was no crossing New Jack. Back in that day, man, he was one of my when Natural Born Killers hit, you know it was about to get real. New Jack was so fun to watch. He brought the hardcore of ECW to a whole new level. Loved watching New Jack. Nova went on to work at the offices at WWE there for a little while. He's not there anymore, but Supernova used to come out to Beastie Boys song, Intergalactic. Maybe? I can't remember. But he was fun to watch there for a while. Supernova. Mike Bucci, I think is his real name. Raven. I said in one of my last videos, Raven's one of my favorite guys to watch. Loved his stuff in ECW. Had the opportunity to do a few shows with him. One of the greatest minds in the business. I love his shoot interviews. Loved everything he did in ECW. I love the stuff he did in WWE. One of my favorite guys of all time to watch is Raven. Rhino. Gore. Loved Rhino. He's also been here, man. All of these guys have been here. Worked a few shows here. Again, like 10 years ago or something. Rhino, I loved watching Rhino too. Back then, he was right up there with some of my favorite guys to watch. The things he was doing with Van Dam, pile driving Francine, I think it was Francine, off the ring through a table, man. Rhino was straight up. That Gore was insane. I believe he was the last ECW champion. Rhino was fantastic. Still liked watching Rhino today. The stuff he's doing with Heath Slater and the cheese and the crackers. It's good stuff. Good TV. And we got Roadkill, Danny Doran's tag team partner. Pretty good for a big guy. I think he went to OVW for a while after ECW closed, but I don't know if he ever made it to WWE television or not, but him and Doring worked really well together. I loved them as a tag team in ECW. You knew this was coming. Rob Van Dam. The whole effing show. Mr. Pay-Per-View. Mr. Monday Night. the king of the 5-star frog splash, the inventor of the Van Terminator. And he hit that Van Daminator, man. That chair smoked you in the face. Rob Van Dam, back then, he may have been my favorite guy to watch. I went to Philly when he came back to WWE in 2003. I got to go to the ECW arena, but when he came back at Money in the Bank 2013, when he came back at Money in the Bank 2013 in Philly, I went to that show. Rob Van Dam, one of my all-time favorites. Rob Van Dam. RVD. Loved him. Loved RVD. Wish he was still around. Super crazy. I like how they don't have the full names of guys here. It's like S Crazy, RVD, J Victory. Super crazy. The Insane Luchador. That guy was super talented. I don't know where he ended up. He may have been to WWE for a little while. I think he did like the one-night stand shows or something too. But that guy was super talented. Loved watching Super Crazy. He was former television champ there for a while. I think he beat Rhino, maybe? I don't remember. A long time ago, but loved watching Super Crazy. Simon Diamond. Forgot about Simon Diamond. He was like they used to say he was like a higher up with Pepsi or like the Chicago Cubs or something, huge organization. I could totally be making that up. I just remember hearing something like that about him. I think he was married to Dawn Marie in real life for a while. Maybe they have a kid together. Maybe they're still married. I don't know. Simon Diamond. He had a cool saying. And he did this. I don't remember his catchphrase though. Simon says something. Probably. Sabu, the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal. Sabu also came here, didn't do those shows, but Sabu was here. That dude was crazy. Like, tore his bicep one time in a match in ECW or somewhere, and they wrapped it up with duct tape and then glued it together or something. The guy was insane. Him and RVD had a crazy series of matches. The feud he had with Taz leading to one of their first, if not their first pay-per-view that they had. Man, Sabu was crazy. Him and Taz having that pull apart. They didn't touch for like a year before that match. So great. Such great storytelling back then. Sabu. Tracy Smothers. He was in the FBI, the Full-Blooded Italians. I don't remember seeing him a lot back then, but I know he was in the FBI with Nunzio and Big Sal, or Little Guido and Big Sal, and probably some other guys. There was another guy, Tony Mamaluke. Yeah, he's not in this game. But Tracy Smothers, yeah, FBI Tracy Smothers. Little Spike Dudley, LSD. Such a great part of the Dudley Boys, the little guy. I remember my favorite match of his is a match he had with Mike Awesome at some pay-per-view in early 2000, where Mike Awesome like stacked the tables and then powerbombed Dudley from the top to the tables. My favorite Spike Dudley match. He took a beating in that match, but he came back and he hit his acid drop finishing move on Mike Awesome, and you like thought there was hope that Spike Dudley was going to win the ECW championship. Loved watching Spike Dudley. Had a great career in WWE as well. Former cruiserweight champion or light heavyweight champion. I don't know what they called it back then, but he had a great career. Loved watching Spike Dudley. Lance Storm. I named my cat after Lance Storm. I have a dog named Jericho, so I had Storm and Jericho. They were the Thrill Seekers. Huge fan of Lance Storm, and a huge fan of Lance Storm after he went to WCW as well, when he held like those 3 titles all at the same time. They did that pay-per-view New Blood Rising in Vancouver, I think. Who did he wrestle? I think it was against Mike Awesome, actually. But such a great, the Canadian Rules. I loved Lance Storm. Such a talented dude. Runs his Storm Wrestling Academy now, probably out of Calgary. I loved watching Lance Storm compete. But the WWE didn't do a whole lot there, but his ECW and WCW stuff was fantastic for me. I loved it. That's it. Is that it? Is Lance Storm the last guy? Gotta go through this list again because the controller is so annoying. Nope. Tony DeVito. He was another part of the Baldies. Feuded with New Jack there for a while. Yoshihiro Tajiri, the Japanese buzzsaw, had a great career post ECW and WWE. Did some great stuff. I think he tagged or did something with Regal there for a while. Spit the Mist. Man, Tajiri, the Buzzsaw, was fantastic in ECW and fantastic in WWE. I have no idea who Wild Bill is. Wild Bill? No idea. What was over here? Jobber list. A Master? Get it. Don't know who that is. Do I? No, I don't know. Bruzies? Bruzies. No idea who that is. And Buff 1. Buff 1. Now, I don't have everybody unlocked in this game, so I looked it up, and you could also unlock playable characters such as Joel Gertner, Joey Styles, Judge Jeff Jones, who came out with Mike Awesome, Louis Spicoli, late great Louis Spicoli. Tommy Dreamer named his DVD the Spicoli Driver after Louis Spicoli. Taz was there as an unlockable character because I think he had already left at this time. So he was in WWE. Taz was an unlockable character. The Sheik was an unlockable character. I'm going to assume that's Sabu's uncle, the Sheik, the guy that trained Sabu and Van Dam. Not the Iron Sheik, the Sheik, the original Sheik. And Tommy Rich you could also unlock. Oh, and also Beulah McGillicuddy. I think that's Dreamer's wife in real life. Beulah was in the game. And Daddy himself, Bill Alfonso, Rob Van Dam's manager, and Cyrus the Virus was in the game. He's like president of Impact Wrestling now. He commentates New Japan too, I believe. And that's everybody. That's everybody in this game. Man, how awesome. This game was absolutely terrible. Gameplay-wise. But, alright guys, that's this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you enjoyed taking this trip to the extreme with me, hit that like button, share the video, like, share, subscribe to the channel, youtube.com or youtube.com/newscott. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your support. And remember, EC Dub, EC Dub, EC Dub.